500, and now they'll try to move past that mark today. It's the Panthers going up against the Raiders. A lot of uncertainty about the future home of the Raiders, but for today, Oakland, California. That's where we'll find our commentary team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay and Oakland, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And they looked awfully good last week and came with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they're hot as can be. Winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
78 yards, no touchdown, no interception. Okay.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. On play action. Now Carr. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a line.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Brandon, Derek Carr is a terrific player and had a really excellent rookie season in 2015. But he did cough it up 10 times. That's something he's got to continue to work on because he just gave up another one there.
Yeah, sometimes exciting players, though, there's a little risk-reward there with a guy like Carr.
Yeah, but you know what his backup is saying right now? Connor Cook's saying, hey, coach, I'll take care of the ball a little bit.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first pass is incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well. But that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out. Finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them. And we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things. Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ted Ginn, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Short boot, take it at the 21. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Panthers defense gearing up as they take the field. Coming off a fumble recovery there on the last time they were out on the field, so we'll see what they do here.
And once that happens, everybody wants to get involved. Whoever created the last one, they're going to get the praise in the film session. You want that praise yourself, so you know everyone's going to be attacking the football.
Yeah, we'll see if they can attack it, get hungry, and get another turnover.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Now Carr throwing on second down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's third down. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. Throwing his Carr on third down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Oh.
And the Panthers coming out now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jihad Ward, the rookie out of Illinois, in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So now at 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look, eluding the pressure right. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first.
Holding, defense.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
I have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Over the middle here to Brown. And down inside the 15 he goes. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's got it for a touchdown. Ted Ginn, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence, because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr.
Get your booty cake.
Too strong. They get there and take him down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. To jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll right. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They give him a gain of 37.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
Flushed out right, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll set up to throw, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. It's their quarterback on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Graham now for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, he bowls over it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 3-time All-Pro, Luke Kuechly, in there to get him. And that number 15 for him on the year. So the D gets the sack on first, and now it brings up second down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
On third and long, it's Carr. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Returning here is Wright. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one goes for 24 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. He'll look to throw, and he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Steve Smith that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw, and he whips that one incomplete there.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
That's caught at the 2. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
And this one complete to St. Roberts. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. From the gun, it's Carr. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Luke Kuechly in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? It doesn't really matter. Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. On second down, Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it. From 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Raiders are behind right now and certainly will need to tweak some things. The Panthers just need to do more of the same as they're continuing to play well after last week's win. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Panthers have it early in the second. Gins got the reception, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. Lead now goes to 13. Panthers lined up at the 43. Gano's deep pass will pay off here, and it's going to end up going for a gain of 37. Panthers have it later on the drive. Gano's going to look for a gap, and this 2-play drive goes for a TD. The lead now at 19.
All right, Larry, indeed a one-sided affair to this point as we get set for half 2. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. A nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Back to throw. Gonna try a deep ball for Norwood. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot.
And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going.
Always enjoy a good fake, but I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, threw to my man Tim Jones on a botched field goal attempt. Hit him right in the numbers, and Jonesy just dropped it.
Oh, the poor guy. Well, we had a fake punt here, and this guy caught it. So I think he and his friends will be okay with that one.
And he loves his play. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ted Ginn with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And the offense needs 7 out of this play on 3rd down.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And they pick up a 1st down, and that came out of the fullback position, but as you... No, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. That says, try something different. Try some kick starter.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40th.